Alright, so we're here with Adam Newman, Bandai Tamashii Nations, talk about some things, burning questions we've had, and I think I'm going to hold the Chogokin Hello Kitty for the first time.
You're going to get to hold the holy grail of kitties and Chogokin.
I am so looking forward to this piece.
Alright, do you want to bring it now, right now?
Yes.
I mean, alright, get ready, use both hands. It's pretty weighty, isn't it?
Dude, it's full of metal. It's almost entirely metal.
This is no joke.
I kind of expected the head to maybe be metal with some, but
no, there's nuts and bolts in her.
This feels like
this is a prototype, but I mean, look, we have some clockwork joint action over
this
here.
Feels like
this is a legitimate Chogokin,
like Popey Chogokin, you know. It should come out.
It's old school. Well, it's not solo Chogokin, it's Chogokin, so it's
sort of stopped.
Yeah.
But no, this is awesome, and it does the
yeah, because she goes to flight mode, and
then
this is a prototype, so it's not.
I'm not going to give it.
But she does have the rocket punch gimmick, and her eyes go red and yellow.
And there's an underwater
there's a kitty
mode
inside, underwater mode, diver mode. So we have a little promotion video out there. I hope you guys flash that up on your CollectionDX site.
We have shared it.
Cool.
And it shows. And I didn't understand why the wheels were where they were, and I saw the video, and I saw it, you know.
Well,
driving
she sits
sideways
on her side and looks that way, and that's how she.
Unusual, but it works for me. That is amazing. Thank you very much. So, first question is that we noticed some of the video game characters no longer in D-Arts lines.
Yeah, they switched over to SH Figure Arts, like Mario.
I heard that Digimon is coming out and going into Figure Arts.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why that shift is taking place?
The D-Arts product specification, the subject was a video game.
Okay.
But the product specification, for all intents and purposes, was really no different than the SH Figure Arts as far as interchangeable hand parts, advanced articulation, use of composite resin materials. Everything was basically there. So the only reason that it was basically being called D-Arts is because the subject is a video game.
Right.
And now we're going to do it justice, right? It's a video game, right? But it's also DC characters. What would you put? Would you do D-Arts? So the question always would come into questions in areas like this. Should this be a Figure Arts or should this be a D-Arts? And the truth of the matter is, well, people love the D-Arts name maybe, and like there's Mega Man D-Arts collectors out there. And the Mega Man series is a wonderful line. The Digimon series is a wonderful line. Who really, if we look at the recognition levels of those two brands, we're looking at SH Figure Arts being higher. So we decided to say, you know what, let's just merge the two and call it Figure Arts, because for us, I think we're going to do more video games in the future, and so it's not, the getting rid of D-Arts is actually the exact opposite of what belies this question. You shouldn't fear that. It's the exact opposite. We're going to make more video games. The reason being that video games characters lend themselves very well to high articulation items, bringing back Injustice, fighting games in particular. We want to do more video games, and another issue is this: Digimon is it's a video game. A lot of things are video games, and they're animated series and they're live action series. Naruto, one of the big things right now with Naruto is the video game was huge. Yeah. And a lot of the poses they do in the video game, the action sequences they do, really celebrate articulation as well. And so you could also, the other reason is not only do we want to do more game properties, it's what is a game property anymore, because so many things are emerging. So that's the reasoning behind it. I'm sorry if we offended people by pulling the D-Arts name away, but it doesn't mean by any means we're going to back off on the game. I don't think it was offended. I think people just feared that they weren't going to get their video game characters. No, there's going to be even more video game characters now. So you have Mario. Obviously, there's a lot of characters in the Mario franchise. People are very excited about it. Are we going to see, Luigi, Princess Peach, Bowser, etc.? The plan is to keep going on, because if that's the classic question we get asked is, there's going to be a Luigi, right? It's going to be, people are asking for a lot of Bowser. We didn't expect that. Bowser, yes. I mean, we thought the next in line would be like, I don't know, Yoshi maybe, but everybody's asking for Bowser, so. I think Bowser would be cool. Yeah. And obviously it's a Nintendo property. Right. A lot of fantastic Zelda, Metroid, etc. Some of those have already been done by other companies. But this is showing inferior companies. This shows that you guys are interested in that realm. Are you going to answer kind of that challenge, like we're going to put our version of this out and blow it out of the water? Right now, I mean, there's a lot with Mario to deal with, and the way we're doing it is building out the entire Mario world. So it's an SH Figure Arts, but we're selling it in a way where it's a more accessible price point, at $24.99 for the first production issue anyhow. And then we're doing option sets with it. So the idea is you build out the Mario world. So we're thinking about additional option sets. In addition to other characters in the Mario universe, there's so many little things, right? Mushrooms, Goombas, coins. And then there's also different versions of Mario.
Yeah, you get the Raccoon Mario, the Steel Mario.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's a huge thing on our platter right now as far as what we can do with Mario. I'm trying to convince my management, yeah, it'd be great to do, you know, a Zelda Link figure that's already been done, or do Metroid stuff, or you can do numerous other, you know, stuff as well. Mario Kart's a separate, you know, series,
yeah.
But with just the Mario, there's so much that we can do. I'd say we should work at that first, so that's what we'll be starting off. I'm just so grateful that we were able to, you know, get a license for this, because, you know, it is a collectible figure, but a lot of times licensors don't understand that there's a master toy licensee in place that, you know, it's still an action figure. And Nintendo's been extremely cooperative, and I hope we could pay them back in kind with a really good lineup.
I'm sure I already know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyways. Yeah. Where is Soul Chogokin Go Lion?
Where is Soul of Chogokin Go Lion? That's a great damn question. And yeah, you know, that actually, was I saying things about like cooperative licensors?
We talked last year
about... Was I say cooperative licensors?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, fast forward, next question. I really can't say anything. That would be wonderful to do. There's just a license pending situation right now. We would do it at a snap if somebody would just grant us the license.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, but it's not like there's any lack of desire to make it.
Yeah.
You know, there may actually be a sculpt sitting in our office.
Wouldn't that be something if there was a sculpt sitting someplace ready to go?
Yeah, that's how keen we are on it. But,
I heard the Daft Punk figure arts did great.
Great, and after they won the Grammys, yeah, it said it is only.
And I see Michael Jackson.
Right, Michael Jackson. Yeah, that's where we're premiering that here.
And that's the Smooth Criminal.
Smooth Criminal, yes.
So music arts is a thing now officially.
We want to do it, but it's tough. You know, licenses with music are difficult. We want to do more Daft Punk as well.
There's a lot of outfits for Daft Punk.
Exactly. I mean, those white Grammy outfits were pretty sweet too.
Yeah, these are fantastic pieces. We reviewed these, and they're really, you know, I'm a fan of Daft Punk, so
this is a good. What can you do with interchangeable hand parts? I mean,
there was a lot of different hands in there, and some were a little so subtly different that I didn't know why they were there. So I actually went online and looked for press photos of Daft Punk and saw them making hand gestures. Like, oh, that's the hand gesture that they use for this.
Just because you don't have facial expressions doesn't mean you can't have an animated action.
So one suggestion for these guys that is obviously you can't put digital light effects, but they always have something going on with their.
Yeah, that'd be cool if we did like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive with like a logo over it. Maybe next year, but yeah, someday.
Or a variant head.
Yeah,
or a plate or something.
We want to do that with maybe 1 or 2 exclusives with a sort of, because you could do it easily. Yeah. With a Tompo or something, get a kind of a light sort of effect out of it without electronics in there, and that would be great to do. It's something we want to do. It's approvals processes and licensing, but I'm grateful we got a chance to do this. Michael Jackson. Approvals are very difficult with the different artists' estates, and there's more we want to do with action figures, and it's about finding as much as we can do. We would do more if we could, but sometimes it's about, you know, how far the artist wants to go.
Cool.
We know what people want us to make for this based on our polls, and I hope we can deliver it, and I hope we can continue with these lines. It may not be like 5 items a year, because again, it all comes down to licensing, but it's something I want to do because it's getting a new demographic in, and it's people who don't usually collect our properties, our figures are going after this stuff. So I do want to continue, just like, you know, video games or anime. I believe that music and artists, you know, especially ones that have such great aesthetic outfits as Michael Jackson or Daft Punk, really deserve good action figures.
So speaking of licensing, you know, we have the Monsterarts line with a lot of licensed properties. You've got the Alien 79 now. There's a certain movie coming out with this guy.
2014. I can't have you put it on camera, but I will show you personally what our sculpt looks like for the 2014.
So you are going to have a Monsterarts release for the new.
We've got it up there, the little teaser on the sign. It will be after the movie in the summer, but because the Japan is later, and we'll be soliciting most likely. Our pre-orders will be open probably when the movie is happening in May, I believe.
Awesome.
We're not licensing. They won't let us show the figures.
Absolutely.
But I can show you them with that.
Cool. Another thing about Monsterarts, effects parts.
Yeah.
So started out with some effects parts as exclusives or limited first run, gone altogether.
We're thinking about making because there's apparently like a niche business going on where somebody's like selling Monsterarts effect parts in a can or something like that.
I have heard something about people making their own effects parts.
In cans. They're selling it by the can.
I've not seen the can.
You know, a lot of times it's just Monsterarts. It's bulkier. You're dealing with like huge articulation in the tail.
True, but then you open up the package and you have the figure and nothing else, no other hands. And with a Bandai product, you're just used to getting
interchangeable stuff. Was never really part of Monsterarts to begin with, but because it doesn't really lend itself to that. I mean, they're giant lumbering kaiju. It's a bulkier figure. A lot of times we use die casts. We don't want the price points to go super high on these things. Putting the breath effects in there, make it a little bit higher. We're not getting quite the volume we wanted to maybe justify putting a lot of effects in there, but you buy more and then we'll make it. But no, with 2014 though, we wanted to do an effect part. We want to. Yeah. What we might do is do separately sold effect part sets. The reason being is sometimes, like for this movie, we don't know what the effect looks like, and we're not able to get the information. But we know exactly what the monster looks like.
I think what would be neat is, like, you know how you do the Mario, and then you're selling the stand pieces. Just get some little Tokyo Smash dioramas and throw some effect parts in.
That will probably be the option, is to do an accessory set, because we did that once. It was an exclusive. We didn't offer it here. It's probably bringing up a sore point, but we did it with Mechagodzilla once. There's no reason we can't do an effect part.
Yeah, I don't have my backpack for what was the backpack for the first Mechagodzilla called? I had the over-the-shoulder.
Let's change subject.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But, no, we didn't get that. But now we do exclusives in Japan. We're offering over here. So Batra.
One thing, you guys have been doing a great job of, you know,
making sure America gets priority.
Yeah, and that's fantastic.
So yeah, I fought tooth and nail. We're doing Mothra and all those. But with interchangeable parts, we aren't holding back on Alien Predator in those, because they're humanoid size, right? So Predator, we were looking at doing a heavy arms version, like increased parts on the Wolf, Predator Wolf, when he picked up all those goodies, and that's in display over here, so you can see him with the claymores and the cleaner set and double plasma blasters. We won't hold back on Predator.
We're doing Alien, so when are we seeing it in Alien's powered suit?
Yeah, of course you guys would do that. The power loader, Chogokin, right?
Yeah.
Do we have to number?
That would be great.
Numerical.
You know what? What better time to start a new numbering system?
Yeah. Start with
CDX01
with Ripley and a power. I think we should call it Armored Girls Project.
No, we don't want
Armored Girls Project.
Bikini anime girl version of Ripley. We want a realistic Ripley.
Okay.
Chogokin R2D2 for the 12 p.m.
Yeah, we hear that. Yeah, it just got the toy of the year apparently.
It's a fantastic piece.
Did you see that? Like another review site gave it a toy of the year.
We didn't do a toy of the year.
You didn't give us a toy of the year.
We didn't do any toy of the year. But you know what I would give it to?
What?
I would give it to the General Frankie.
You give it to the General Frankie?
Yes. I love that piece.
All right.
But it's unappreciated, and more people should get it.
Thank you for the pitch. Someone
wanted me to ask about Go Rangers and SH Figure Arts.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know if it depends on Saban's cool with us doing it or not.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, for Japan, we are considering that one. Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. And the last thing, I'll give you the last thing with this Saint Cloth Myth.
Yeah.
The Athena came out.
Yeah.
Is that the last of that normal Saint Cloth Myth line?
The 10th anniversary. No, because we did some exclusives like Chameleon and Papillon. There are tons of Saints, like enemies and movie characters that we haven't done.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll go in the EX. I think they would go in the regular. So there's stuff that we haven't touched on that are right. And there's always reissues. So.
Finally, last thing. I think the next SoC we know about is the Trider G7. People are very excited about it, and I know it's a little early to say what's down the road. Any hints for what the future of Solar Chogokin holds?
Not sure right now. You tell me the truth. I mean, I was hoping for that Voltron one. I don't know right now. Actually, to tell you the truth, there are some things on the back burner right now. I don't know how much we have left to go.
Pacific Rim.
Oh, yes, that's a good idea. That's a great idea.
Would love Bandai's take on the Jaegers for Pacific Rim.
Yeah, that would actually that's what's on the back burner right now if it can make it work. But that's all about licensor cooperation. In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
That would be awesome.
And also Monsterarts as well. We'll do that. Knifehead and everybody.
Yeah, you do a good job. Adam, thank you for talking.
Thank you.
Much
we love you guys at CollectionDX. Thank you all the fans for supporting us. Thank you.